With municipal elections in the interior less than 2 weeks away, we have been running a series of candidate profiles to give you an opportunity to get to know those running for office. You can also get to know their positions and their hopes for local government. Well, in today's profiles, we hear from candidates running for seat G on the Fairbanks North Star Borough Assembly.
Jimi Cash and Kristen Kelly are running for seat G in the Fairbanks North Star Borough Assembly. Cash, who has previously served in the body, says he wants his kids to be able to grow up in the same hometown community he did.
After the May 7th special election, I realized that what I had mentioned in the past, that I felt like a citizen that wasn't being heard, that really came through this year in May, when the overwhelming testimony at the assembly meetings were that the citizens didn't want the special election, and they did it anyways. And so it just came across very clear that the assembly wasn't listening to what the people wanted. And so obviously that election passed. It was defeated very handily, 3-1. And all it accomplished was basically wasting $125,000 of taxpayer money.
He discussed his ideas for solving the housing issues in the borough.
On the borough side, zoning, and I think maybe tax incentives, things that we can do to try to encourage not only residential building, but also commercial building. Because right now there is a huge shortage in warehousing. So if those commercial entities can build the buildings that they need, the warehouses, that they can then expand and they can hire people and they can improve the economy, and that helps just across the board.
Cash wants a sustainable budget and a solid way to fund education.
I'm not a politician. I am a guy who happens to be involved in politics. I'll never tell people what they want to hear just because they want to hear it. I'm not going to go out and kiss babies and shake hands to look like a politician. I'm always going to tell you what I feel and vote the way I think is right.
Incumbent Kristen Kelly, meanwhile, is seeking re-election to seat G because she loves Fairbanks and the community and wants to give back.
I've met my husband here. I've raised a family. I've found great work here, a new career in education. So my main goal is to try to preserve some of the greatness that of our community and to have it maintained so that others can have that same chance and opportunity to raise a family here, find good work here, grow old here.
She identified education funding as her most pressing concern.
It's a complex issue. It's really complex. It's not just a matter of having enough money from the borough. It's a matter of figuring out how to work with the state so that the state properly funds education. And then from there, it's even more complicated because even if they fund it, now we have a teacher shortage. And so we might even have enough funding, and some of our classes are overcrowded because we don't have the teachers to fill those positions.
Kelly says she doesn't identify with a particular ideology, preferring to remain nonpartisan.
I think it's really important that people think, well, I'm going to vote for Kristen Kelly because she's going to represent me, no matter what your political affiliation is. Most politics in our borough doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat or nonpartisan. They're just regular issues like, oh, I need a driveway permit, or I'm in the wrong zone for this house I want to build.
Cash and Kelly will appear on the ballot in the municipal election on October 1st. I'm Alex Bengal, reporting for News Center Fairbanks.